Good morning. I'm going to show how a few things work in Roku and take extra care when you're watching this video. All right, we start. I'm gonna launch my Roku. Where's my Roku? My Roku is over here. I'm going to launch it and I'll go straight to trade settings. I've been asked a few times on how what means within the Roku. When you open your Roku, possibly my interest lies with strategy. See strategy. My interest lies with this strategy here. Now open this strategy. Come on trade setting. We are now in this case we're going to open this token here. This token is called GAN USDT. Yeah, this pair is GAN USDT, and we are trading it. We are longing it. So I'm going to open and show you what every other thing means in Roku. Probably the video may be a bit long, but let's bear with it. Firstly, understand that this simply means the position amount. The position amount, it simply means the actual amount of money that you have invested in a particular trade. Then the average price, that is the individual unit of a particular price with which you have bought a trade, a token. Then number of calls simply means the number of times a robot has bought for you, or the bot has bought for you as the market kept on going down. Then the portion quantity, that simply means the amount of quantity or the amount of coins that you have bought. The amount of coins you have bought, amount of GAN. So you bought 15,155 GANs. Then the current price, that is the current market price, CMP, current market price of that particular asset. Then the analyzed profit or loss simply means when the market went down. When the market went down, you lost some kind of value. It is just loss of value. That's why it's called unrealized. It's not real. It's not real. It is unrealized. Okay, we proceed. We proceed to the most important things inside trade setting. The trade setting parameters here. Now, rush to trade setting parameters. Meanwhile, someone asked me what these things mean. We start. Now, for those who are trading spot, but this is a future side, yeah. So we are longing. Our predictions are when the market rises to a certain percentage XYZ, let us take a certain amount of profit depending on the leverage we have set. Now, away from that, that's the long direction of the market, long or short. When the market rises, predictions that the market will rise, that is the long or longing. Then the short, when the market goes down. Then the other thing is my template. My template simply means a strategy setting that you need to set. And when you open here, you realize there is a strategy setting here. You guys understand? It is here. So you choose. This is just customized. You can customize it to a tune you want. Now we click back and get off that. And the next thing is the strategy mode. This is simply I don't know how I can put this into an in-depth analysis for you to understand. But basically, the strategy mode simply means mode of operation. There are three ways. That's the all-house mode, the sub-bin mode, and the sub-bin real-time settlement. When you open here, you find this. You're gonna find the all-house mode, which pertains to the first four margin calls, 1 up to 4, which are bought separately and sold wholesomely in what you call the whole house mode. Then the other thing is the sub-bin mode. This mode pertains from margin calls 5 up to margin calls 999. Away from that, this simply means that when the market goes down, the bot will continue selling for you, or buying and selling, continue the bit of trading. When the market goes down, it will continue to buy and sell, depending on your capital and your capital. And then you have from that, we go to the sub-bin mode settlement. Here, the difference between this and this it is that here you don't get your results. You don't, when the bot makes a sale, it won't reflect this same sale that has been made. It will continue, it will be used again to buy more, to continue to buy more when the market goes down, and you only receive your results at the end of the trading cycle. Away from that, then number 2 is, it has this element, the real-time element. It settles your result, your return on investment in real time. In real time. Are we together? So now we proceed. We proceed. I'm gonna break down this video. It seems to be a little big. Okay, now away from that, now we come to, let me first break. Okay, let me just do it at once. Okay. Now we go to the first buying amount. First buying amount. The first buying amount, it simply means that, now for starters, you understand that futures is a different way on how we calculate the first buying amount. Usually it is denoted as FBA, or the first buying amount, this one here. Now for future side, you realize that here they show you the amount of the first buying amount, usually determined by the amount of tokens. Amount of tokens. Now they're telling you, for you to first trade GAN, you will need $4. You need $4. So enable opening double. This one, don't open it, because when you open this and enable it, you are going to double the first buying amount for each other subsequent buys you're going to make. Are we together with that? Are we okay with that? Now you are going to be you're going to be doubling. For instance, if you choose to maybe trade with $4.9 without, okay, let's say without leverage, you're going to make sure that the subsequent buys are going to be 4.917 now times 2. That's what we call a double, meaning about 9 plus 9 point something. So each time there's going to be buy, there's going to be what? There is going to be doubling, that element of doubling. Are we together? So we proceed. So in futures, be very mindful of this, because it is in respect with your capital. Then forget about this AI margin call. This is an element, an AI, artificial intelligence element, that was introduced to this bot to help it make decisions, depending on market movements. For instance, you can decide to choose, okay, you can decide to say, let's say my margin call limits are, okay, my margin call drops are maybe 10%. And in this case, you say, when the market drops by 1%, please, Mr. Robot, buy me 2 times, let's say 2x, 2 times. Then this happens in a way that, if suppose sometimes it is not appropriate, it is inappropriate, at that point it's inappropriate for the bot to open a new position. I mean, this AI element is going to look into the market, and it will subsequently find out that it is not proper for the robot to continue to buy at 1%. Probably it will wait until maybe 1.5. When you choose to open this or engage it or enable it, you will find that it is when the bot will always go against your decisions. That it will always, without using that element, it will always do what? It will always follow what is in the market. Hopefully that is understood. Now this video is going to be a bit long, but I'm going to find it on one of the YouTubes that we are going to be using. Now, margin call limit, simply margin call limit. I said number of times you want the robot to buy for you when the market goes down. I said number of times you want to buy for you when the market goes down. What does that simply mean? It means that, you see, this bot was designed with 999 margin calls. Maybe we can say 1,000 margin calls. We under trade. It is underrated. This bot is underrated. Actually, none of us has ever traded past 500 margin calls, including myself. The best I did was to trade 200 margin calls way back in the bearish 2022. But I've never even crossed 200 margin calls. So you see how we are underutilizing this bot. away from that. So the number of margin calls you can choose depending on your capital. All these are depending on your capital and the market conditions. If the market is in a bear, it's in a bullish trend, you won't need to buy so many margin calls. The boot won't buy because this boot was designed to buy when the market goes low. Now that is pertains to spot. Because here in futures, it will continue to buy even if it is longing, it will continue to buy. Any other slight changes in the market, it will continue to buy or sell. Then away from that still, then whole portion take profit ratio, which is 1%, the number of, the percentage profit with which you want to make. The percentage profit with which you want to make. Profit chigwayagala okukola. How much do you want to make in the market? Depending on your analysis, technical analysis, how much profit do you want to take? Then that is the whole portion take profit callback. This simply means that this pattern is to selling. That you've said you want your bot to make, you want the robot to help you close the sale, close the trade, or close that position as when the market rises to 1%. But guess what? When it rises to 1%, that won't be a sale, an immediate sale. No. It's going to be predetermined by what we call the whole portion take profit ratio. Let the callback. Nti akatale bekamboka by 1% jowado osabi. Robot ejja kutundirawo. It won't sell there and then. It will wait for what we call a callback. Okukamu katini kuno kwa akatale. That's what we call the callback. It wait for that callback. Now, callback edo reducing a profit oba esobola okuongeza profit. When the market, suppose the market rises to 1% and it doesn't rise more, we suppose that the robot can there and then close that trade here. So chuvola bantu trade robot chitwale ngabo gandi ogenda kusala ku bitala byennakawa. You have to look left and right to make a decision whether to close or not, depending on what is in the market, what is in the road. Now come to the margin configuration. Margin configuration simply means you are going to configure the margin call limits. This configuration simply means you are going to configure this. You're going to configure this. And when you open here, you're going to find subsequently other things. One of those things you'll find, it is the margin call drop. The margin call drop. Margin call drop simply means how deep do you want to go when the market goes down. How deep do you want to go when the market goes down? Then the other thing you'll find on this very page, this menu will open what we call another sub-menu here. It is called the multiple buying ratio. Now, the multiple buying ratio simply means that when the market rises to the ladder goes down to this percentage, XYZ that you have already made a decision about. How many times do you want the robot to buy for you? For instance, when you have now chosen that when the market goes down by 3.5%, please, Mr. Bot, buy me one time. Now, this one time is in respect with your first buying amount and capital. Now, with this point, we use so many things. One, we use criteria. Okay. Variables like, maybe criteria like Fibonacci. Then also there is also what we call +1. Shall also do things in following the subsequent videos in the future. Also what we call the DCA, dollar cost averaging system. That this thing you can also use what we call the double up. Shall continue to expound this, or in subsequent videos we shall make. So that's, for instance, when the market goes down by 5%, please buy me one time. Meaning, 1 times my first buying amount, which is 15 in this case. Suppose your first buying amount is 15. This means that when the market goes down by 5%, you are instructing your robot to buy using 15 USDT. Now, the more times you continue to buy, why are we buying? The more times you continue to buy, this brings closer the average price. Closer the current price. Now, this reduces what we call unrealized what? Unrealized profit or loss. See, in accounting, we don't have profit and loss. It is either profit or loss. You either get a profit or loss. You can't get two things. Are we there? So that is that. That is that. So we proceed. We confirm here and come to proceed here. Now, the other thing that is left here on this very note, it is the what? It is the margin call done. Now, buying ratio, it is simply that the buying call back simply means this pertains to buying. This is for selling, this is for buying. That when the market goes down by 3.5%, buy me one time. Now, from this, then the next call, maybe 4.5%, buy me maybe 3 times. Now, the difference in percentage, from here up to here, that when the market goes down by 4.5%, the bot won't just buy. It will wait. It has to wait for look left and right to make a decision. So yeah, the bot now, from this to this, that interval, it will wait for a certain interval. Now, when the market goes down from 3 to maybe it goes continue further to go down by 4.5%, this, it won't buy. It will wait for a small callback. What you call the buying callback. Now, from that, hopefully that is done. And this pattern is so much on your buying. It influences buying. The other influences selling. Then distributed profit allocation. The distributed profit allocation simply means that you see, margin calls 5. Colleagues, margin calls 5 up to 999. They have their different take profit, TP. They are different take profit. And these ones are bought independently and sold independently. That's why a trade the 14th position can be opened and closed without even closing the first 4 margin calls. Hopefully that is understood. So profit on again profit on. Now that using the distributed profit is so much dependent on the market movements. Sometimes when the market is so bearish, it is going down. Realize there is too much buying and there is going to be what we call more buys, and you'll enjoy the take profits from distributed margin calls. Then the other thing is sub portion take profit callback. Now this is the same thing as this one here. This one pertains to distributed profit allocation. Now, when you continue to do these other things, a bit technical, the advanced settings optional. These are either options for beginners. Either option. You can set trigger prices. You can set so many things down here, but I don't usually recommend people to use some of these because they're a bit complex. But they're good if you really understand them. So I think you have to come back here and save. Come back here and save. And save. So come back here and say and save. Come back here and save. Let's increase some margin calls here. Some margin calls here. So I'll say, please buy me 5. I'll give reasons for this. Later. Later. Right. Because it won't be able to buy all those. What we do, we proceed with that. Let's continue to save. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video. Find this video in the YouTube channel that we need to mention. I'll share links to your colleagues. Thank you so much. Beautiful day.